Okay.
So do you have a translation for us to see?
This guy has various videos, and it's just like random stories and just kind of like funny things. So I want to go through and find a couple of the ones.
Read that last ones.
So I don't know that all of his are necessarily good, but the ones that I've seen have been like really interesting, and
Why would they be good?
I don't know if he says anything like that in any of them.
Oh.
That's what I mean, but from the
got
ones
it.
that I've seen, then. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is that the first time I'm going to put it on and just let it run, and then you guys watch it and see what you can catch from it. Then the second time we'll go back through and I'll add some of the voicing for whatever parts that you guys didn't catch. Sound good? So, did you get some of that? Nope.
No.
No, nothing?
Nothing.
I got part.
Maybe the word but.
Okay.
That was hard.
So hello, okay, so I got a story from a friend, email. So this is email. So this is a true story, okay? So I want to share it with you. So, friend, okay, so San Francisco. So they take off, and they're flying. And they decide there's something wrong with the plane, so they have to go to Kansas City. So they take off, and they're flying, so the plane lands, and the pilot announces over the intercom. He says, you guys can get out of the plane and, go in for a little while and hang out. About 15 minutes, that will be there. We can get back in, take off, we'll be in Chicago. And everybody's like, okay, that's fine. So they line up and they file out and everything. So, then the pilot decides that he's going to leave too. So he starts to, walk out, and he notices that there's a blind woman sitting right there. So she has a dog. The dog is a seeing eye dog. So she lets, the woman know, hey, we have to fix the plane. It'll be about 15 minutes. If you need to go to the bathroom, if you need to do anything, before we go to Chicago. And the blind woman says, oh, I don't need to, but, I think the dog, he might need to go to the bathroom. And so the pilot's like, yeah, sure, I can take the dog out for you. That's fine, So she hands him the leash, and, He says, okay, so it's time to mark out, and the pilot goes out. So, now you have to remember, okay, so imagine this. So, the pilot, okay, so he's got the, seeing eye dog. Okay, plus he has on sunglasses. Okay, so, kind of go around your face, all dark, So he walks out and everything, so people all turn and look, and they're, oh, huh. And their hair stands up on end, and looking, there's a blind man, he's a pilot. Plus, okay, and we have like problems with the plane, and like, oh my gosh, and all their worries are adding up, and that couple together, they're all scared, so they all run in, and they're asking, we want to change planes. No, they want to change airlines. That's horrible. Imagine what a good story that is, huh? Imagine that the pilot turns around and is like, what's all that going on? And it's like, that's weird. That's horrible. And he always signs that at the very end. So.
He signs what at the end?
Like, it's his, whatever his name is, like SJABC or something like that. I forget what it is, but. See this one. Okay, so I'm going to let it run again. What did you think? Did you get more of that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
What was
horrible.
what were they doing in the car?
Okay, so let's go back over it
They
again.
were like
They
sleeping.
changed places so one could sleep. Well,
Okay, so
let
more
them know what they
old
were
deaf
doing.
stories.
Oh.
This is horrible.
So this one deaf man, okay, so he's driving along and, you know, kind of notices that there's a man over there, he's hitchhiking, and so he kind of pulls over and is like, okay, so the man comes up and, you know, starts speaking to him, and he's like, I'm deaf, I can't hear you, he just motions, you know. So the guy's like, I'm going that way, and he's like, oh, going that way, yeah, sure, hop in, let's go. The man's like, great, okay, so cool, we're good. So they start driving along and everything, and pretty soon, then he starts speeding, you know, the speedometer keeps going up, he's going faster and faster and faster, and, you know, the hearing man's looking over thinking like, wow, this deaf guy drives really fast, and he's like, you know, so he's driving, he sees the lights in the back of the mirror, and he's like, ah. So he pulls over, you know, and so the guy walks over and rolls down the window, and hey, you know, so the guy starts talking to him, and you know, I can't hear, you know, oh, okay, you're deaf. Slow down, you know, you're driving too fast, you know, so, you know, like 90, so bring it back down, you know, 55, okay, slow down, okay, good. And the deaf man's like, oh, yeah, okay, cool, you know, bye. So then, you know, the hearing man looks over and he's like, huh, he just got off scot-free, nothing happened to him, wow, deaf are really lucky. Okay, so the deaf man starts driving again, and they keep going along, and you know, pretty soon he's speeding, he's going pretty fast, and sees the lights again, and pulls over, okay. So the police comes up to the car, it rolls down the window, officer starts talking about, oh, can't hear, sorry, you know. He's like, oh, you really can't hear? Nope, can't hear. Whatever, just go on. Bye, cool, bye. So he takes off and everything. So the hearing man looks over and he's like, wow, that's the second time that he's just gotten off with nothing. Like, wow, deaf are so lucky. That's amazing, okay. So the deaf man starts driving along again, he starts falling asleep, so he taps the other guy and says, hey, do you want to drive? You know, I'm falling asleep and I'm so tired. The hearing man's like, oh yeah, that's fine. So they switch places and everything. So the hearing man starts driving along, and he has the thought, you know, hey, I can go fast just like the deaf guy. So he starts, you know, putting the pedal in the middle, and the deaf guy's over there sleeping, so he's just speeding away, 90s, he's, you know, flying, and all of a sudden he sees the lights, and he gets pulled over, so the cop comes up to the window, it's a, you know, it's a hearing man that's driving, obviously. So he starts talking, and he decides, huh, yeah, I can't hear, you know, and he goes, oh, you're deaf? That's so cool, I'm a coda, you know, my parents are deaf, yeah, can I see your license and your registration, and please, you know, now. And then the hearing man turns, we're good, deaf man, come on. See, it's a funny story, right? Careful, you know. The hearing people, you know, they think they can take advantage of the deaf way.